Alright. So we have 0 time to waste for this story time. 0. There's no intro for this video. So I walk into school, my cosmetology school, my beauty school. I already graduated. So I walk in or whatever. It's boring as usual in the morning. We don't do anything theory time. So we're sitting there. We have like a clipboard based system. It's like a rotation. Whoever's up, they get what's it. Like that's it. So I got a men's haircut. As usual, like I'm fine with a men's haircut. Like it's cool or whatever. Like I haven't got my kit yet, which I will make a video on everything that's in my kit. When it comes, it's supposed to come. Maybe I'll probably have it by next month. But until then, I was using this girl's clippers. So she handed me my ticket or whatever with the guy's name on it. And I'll just say his name, A. Okay, so his name is A. And so she handed my ticket with his name on it. And I was like, oh my God, a man's haircut. And I really didn't want to do it. But at the same time, like, I'm going to do my best. I'm not going to sit here and, like, shorthand him on, you know, a haircut. So I see the name or whatever, and I see the guy. Like from the far. And so I start setting my station up and everything. And I go out there and I get him. I'm like, okay, hey, my name's Bree. I'm gonna be cutting your hair today. How are you? Blah blah blah. All the good stuff, right? And so he sits in my chair, and I start putting like the neck strip and everything in the cape, the standard setup. And I take my shears out, my comb, and I ask the guy across from me if I could borrow his water bottle to spray his hair down. But before I could even ask anybody for a water bottle, this guy goes, you know you have to spray my hair, right? I was so quick to say, like, look here, bitch. You don't have to tell me what to do. You coming here to get your hair cut, you gonna tell the salon, you gonna tell the person, the professional what to do. That's besides the point. So he sits down. And before we can even sit down, we're walking to my station, and all of a sudden, I start smelling some musty ass. Look, so he raises up his arms or whatever, and I started asking him questions, like a client consultation. And I'm like, okay, A, so what kind of length are you thinking? Like, what is it that you want? And he goes, you know, maybe take about 2 inches off around here and leave the tail. He has like a rat tail, like from, I think that's, I don't know what era that's from. But guys would keep like a long tail and everything else was short. So when he raised his arms up, I started smelling just a really terrible smell. And I'm like, oh my God, what? And so I'm like, you know what? It's fine. Like, he's just musty. Like, when I put the cape over him, I'm not going to really smell it as much because he's not going to be moving. So I'm like sitting him down, and that's when he says, oh, you have to spray me or whatever. But I'm like, why would I spray your hair wet if it's not even combed out yet? To create a harder time for me? No, the fuck. So I'm combing his hair, and I start smelling some more stuff. I'm like, what is going on? So then I spray him down or whatever, and I'm combing his hair, and then I start seeing some white stuff come off of my comb while I'm combing. I'm like, you know, it could be conditioner or whatever. And I was cutting, so whenever you're cupping, it's doing a lot of flipping, and, you know, a lot of whatever humanly body odor you have, I'm going to smell it because it's coming out of your hair. So he's sitting there, and I pumped my chair up because I'm pretty tall, and so I pumped my chair out and up to, because I'm pretty tall, so I pumped it up to enough so where I could cut his hair. And so I turned him around, and I spray him down. I'm getting ready to cut him, and I start sectioning it off. And I like lean down in a little bit because I'm getting ready to cut the bottom section. And I start smelling some spoiled mayo. And I'm sitting here, bro, and all of a sudden my eyes start watering. And I'm getting ready to gag on this guy's head, bro. When I tell you he smelled like musty, like a Coney Island, rotten eggs, and spoiled mayo, I was livid. I was so ready to go get my instructor and just pull her to the side, like, this guy smells really bad. I really feel sick. Like, I honestly felt like I was getting ready to pass out. No joke. So I'm sitting here, and as I'm combing his hair, I noticed some green stuff on his scalp. Like, it wasn't like on his scalp, so it wasn't like a personal problem. It was like maybe like some debris or something for, like, I don't know, and some black stuff. So me being the nice person I am, after I cut his hair, I'm like, would you like a shampoo, you know, to get all that off his head or whatever? He goes, no, I shampooed it last night. So I'm sitting here like, you shampooed what last night? What did you wash? What did you wash? And I'm sitting here, I'm like kind of upset because it's like, when you walk into a salon and you go through the client consultation, you're supposed to say like, okay, well, I have this kind of issue, I have that kind of issue, and right then and there I can tell you whether or not if I can service you. He didn't have a problem where I couldn't service him. It was just the fact that he smelled horrible. Like, it was honestly unbearable, but I made it bearable enough just to give him his haircut. I wasn't gonna sit there and not cut his hair because that's rude, just to tell someone they smell bad and they can't get their hair cut, because he did pay for it and I did end up getting a tip. But it's the fact that he was making comments like, oh, you have to do this, you have to do that, and I'm like, you don't have to tell me what I need to do. You came here to get your hair cut. You don't need to tell me the steps and the regulations on what I have to do. And with that being said, I did a good job cutting his hair. And honestly, after I got when I got the teacher to come by to check his haircut, she was like, oh, okay, the haircut looks nice or whatever. And she's like combing it through to check to make sure I don't have any stragglies or whatever. And she looks at me and she's like, gave me that look kind of like, and I went up to her after. I was like, he smelled really bad. And she was like, she kind of just looked at me and she was like, did you tell him? And I was like, no, like, I'm not gonna, I don't know. I'm not cut like that. And I was just so, thinking about the smell it literally smells like just opening a can of mayo and just sticking your face in it. It just smelled like mayo, like he just washed himself in mayo. Like he took a towel and washed his entire body in mayo, put some clothes on and walked out the house. And the smell got worse when I wet his hair. What the heck, man? Long story short, if you're coming to get your hair done, don't smell musty or like a bucket of mayo. It's just like going to the gynecologist and she spreads your legs open. She doesn't want to smell fish. No, she doesn't. The gynecologist doesn't want to smell a messed up vagina. So when I go to wet your hair to give you a haircut, I don't want to smell nothing. I don't want to smell must. I don't want to smell your last night's dinner. I don't want to smell your scalp. Talking about I shampooed it. You a shampoo lie. You didn't shampoo nothing. You didn't even wash ass. Look, long story short, come in the salon clean. Our job is not to wash your ass. Our job is to do your hair and have you coming out looking better than you did when you walked in, not to wash your ass for you. Have a nice day. Thank you guys for watching, and make sure you subscribe, like my video, and share my video if you enjoyed my story time. There will be more story times, and if you watch my intro video, then you know it's coming next. And everything will be in the link description below if you want to follow my social media and keep up with me, and thanks for watching.